The Wade brand has done it again. They are back with a new V2 version of a shoe that recently released. This is something that some people love, some people hate. Just kind of depends on your perspective. But either way, this is supposed to be better than this one. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and breakdown on the Wade 808.5 Ultra V2, aka the version 2, and here they are. They are in an interesting kind of like teal colorway. I think that this is dope. I do not think that these are a full-on upgrade in comparison to the original, just me personally, just based off of like what I can feel and see. I will say though that the V2 has some really great colorways, so that's one thing. But the box is exactly the same as the last model, and so is the shoe itself. This is one of the weirdest things. I don't mind like a V2 and stuff like that, so like some people like hate this. They use the Nike Elite thing like as an example. It's like, why can't you just give me the Elite shoe first? Why do you have to put out two? I completely understand that, and if anything, I agree with that. The V2 stuff is a little bit different just because it's supposed to be just a different version, so it's supposed to give you the similar overall performance but with like different feels. So like some people might like one version of the shoe versus the other, and so that's what the V2 is supposed to be all about. Is that applicable here though? I don't think so. I think these are practically the same shoes. It's so weird. Like, I don't feel like this is a true V2, just different skin. Everything else is the same. So yeah, when you're looking at the outsole, it's quite literally the same exact outsole that they used previously on the Wade 808.5 Ultra. It's got a mixture of rubber compounds. You got some of the tough rubber, and then you got some of the GCU rubber, which is not actually rubber, it's actually a polyurethane blend that works really well on the basketball court, surprisingly. It's kind of like when you think about flow, like flow technology from Under Armour, and how good that grips, and you're just like, how? It's just foam. Same thing here where it's polyurethane. How's that grip? Well, it does. The tough rubber is supposed to be the more durable stuff. You got all the little flex grooves, same exact carbon fiber shank. And when you look at it's the same. I know that the colors are a little bit weird, but like same shoe, dude, same shoe. Now the TPU chassis that they use is also identical to the previous version, so no real changes there. Then you have the drop-in midsole system, the cushioning, and that's Super Boom. And again, same exact cushioning on the previous one. So it's like, you know, like, whoa, what is a V2 here? So far you get the same exact traction, the same exact support system, as well as the same exact cushioning. Now the upper is where the brand is claiming the upgrade or the version 2 comes from. Basically, you've got a different shell along the upper, so they are still low cuts just like the previous. The shape is almost identical as well. It's just that the materials here are a little bit stronger, a little bit more supportive, and from what they say, they'll wrap around the foot a little bit better. I will say that it does feel like that from a try-on, but is that truly like a different version or a full-on different feel from the original version? I would probably say no. If anything, one of the changes actually is what I consider like a downgrade, and that would be in the tongue here. The tongue is a thicker tongue, which is always nice at times, but not when it ends up being stiffer and less breathable. The original is an open-celled mesh. It's softer, it's more comfortable, it rests on the foot better. This one on the new version reminds me of like some of the LeBron tongues, like the LeBron 8s and stuff like that, but without the perfect shaping to where they match or fit along the foot and the ankle area perfectly. This one's just a straight piece. So when it rests against your ankle, it's gonna dig a little bit. It bends funny in the bottom. It's just not an upgrade in my opinion. I feel like the tongue is a downgrade. But again, the upper is where they really like change things up. The first version was mostly textiles with some thin hot melt material, aka fuse, whereas this one is primarily the hot melt material, so it's all kind of like a TPU shell. Kind of reminds me of the Hardens, the Volume 9s. Again, a little bit stiffer, a little bit more supportive. So if you need that over the more lightweight, thinner textile stuff, then maybe that's where the version 2 aspect comes in. Now, from a fit perspective, I thought that the originals fit a little bit long. I would say the same thing here. So go down half a size if possible. Most people would go true to size and be fine. I again think just they fit a little bit long in the toe, just enough for you to like kind of like maybe trip over your feet at times. The fit is very good though, and so is the support. So it just depends on like what you're used to. I personally just don't like things being a little bit too long. I'd rather them fit one-to-one. But both versions are available now over at Wade's website. So you can always click the link down below in the description box. Head over there, see which one you like best. Again, I think that the colorways on the V2 are actually nicer. It's just that I think that the tongue on the V1 is more comfortable. And with that being said, what is today's viewer submitted question of the day?
I'm picking today's question of the day, even though I already know your answer for it, but I thought it would be interesting to hear everybody else's answers.
Okay, so you're polling the audience.
Yes.
All right.
This question, funnily enough, came up a few days after we had already debated this, and it was more
On video or just...
No,
Oh,
it was
okay.
just you and me, and then you had told me that you had already also had this conversation with our son, and me and Eric were on the same page. You said you felt like you were having the same conversation twice. But basically, would you prefer the ability to fly like in Dragon Ball Z or teleport like in the movie Jumper? Both abilities require training, either to fly faster and longer or to teleport further. None of the abilities can be used to commit crimes.
I'd like to see somebody stop someone with those powers from committing a crime, but that's cool. You know, positive thinking is always good.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I choose flight? Because I
Yes.
would have.
Yes.
Okay.
And both Eric and I had said, but what if you get tired?
Yeah, but you get tired like teleporting. That's what they showed in the movie Jumper. He would get tired. That's a great movie, first off. But either way, why wouldn't you want to fly? You can get to where you're trying to bamf to. Because like they teleport too in Dragon Ball. Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know.
Is it he only specified flight in Dragon Ball and that's it, but not teleporting Dragon Ball style? Because he said Jumper.
I know.
But they do teleport in Dragon Ball too.
Do they?
Yeah, they do the zzz, and then all of a sudden they're somewhere else. It's not quite as cool as Jumper, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
teleporting, and that's not like being in Star Wars when you go into hyperdrive or something.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like, so in Dragon Ball, they got their version of teleporting. Nightcrawler has his version of teleporting. Jumper is kind of a blend, but even then, I would say that that's more of like portal jumping because you open a hole and then you get through it, you know? So it's not really like, but it is teleporting, you know what I mean? Because like what they use it for in that movie is to get through to the next wherever and all that stuff, like whether it's like the bank vault and all that stuff. So, and then I think he did learn how to jump further, right? Like I think that was part of the, I haven't seen this movie in a really long time.
I don't feel like I've seen it since it came out.
Same. So like, but from what I think I remember, I think that was the concept, is like the stronger that he got in controlling this power, and then he found other jumpers too. But they would be able to jump like greater distances, which is not a thing in true teleportation. You can like only, when we're talking about powers, not like Star Trek, you can only teleport to where you can see, you know, and I think that was part of the movie too. So yeah, it was like, I don't know, I think maybe we'll watch that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll watch it like sometime soon. But I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to fly. Like, what is not cool about flight?
Well, so the reason I had picked teleportation, and it wasn't even that I wanted to teleport. We were having to move. We live in a 2-story house. We were having to move furniture around, and it's always something where I'm like, ugh, because I'm not that strong. And I get to all of a sudden be like, you can do it, babe. You could do it. And like you telling me. And if I could have a superpower, I was just like, I would really love it if I could just make the big items in this house move. And you're like, so you want to teleport? And I was like, I don't want to teleport. I want to be able to teleport objects.
Yeah, which would be the same thing.
But I would get so much more use out of that than like flying.
That's where I disagree. Because like, how many times do you move things?
Enough to want this power.
But how often would you be able to fly to Disneyland?
Where's all my stuff?
Put it in a backpack. You can take it with you. Why are you giving me the look?
And what
like,
if I can't fly as far? If I'm like having to carry all said stuff? I could teleport my stuff to Disneyland.
No. Don't try and make sense out of this. That would be cool.
Right?
But flying sounds so much more fun. Like, don't you see how fun Superman had, like how much fun he has up there?
It's
I would
okay,
like to
you
be
can have
like
it.
that. Yeah, I just want to feel the
I'll
wind.
meet you at Disneyland with my stuff.
I'll beat you there.
That's fine. I will. No, I don't think so.
Yep.
Teleportation's almost
No, there's gotta be limits. You can only teleport so far.
That's okay.
I would
I'll
beat
stop
you.
with my stuff.
I
I'll
would
get
beat you.
A snack.
That's the thing. We would make it a race, and I'd beat you. You're having me second guess. I still want to fly. I just want to fly. I think that would be so cool. But what do you guys think? Teleporting like Jumper, flight like Dragon Ball, 8085 Ultra or 8085 Ultra V2? Sound off below. Let us know. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch y'all in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.